Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the number 23 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense will go on the attack first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
And the Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. From the gun, the ground game. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. So, guys, where were you when Auburn and Texas A&M were going back and forth in that 4-overtime marathon last year?
I was glued to my TV set. Are you kidding me? That's one of the most memorable games, not just in the SEC, but in all college football. 4 overtimes? David, if we can get half of what that game was last year, man, we are in for a fun one today.
When Jordan Hare was rocking, Auburn had so many close losses. It was finally that moment where they kind of put it together, got out to a great start, held on late, and made the plays late in the game. What a phenomenal game a year ago.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Pucks it out of the air. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He might want another play. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Makes the grab. It's Concepcion. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
Yeah, and now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Open space at the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
He'll keep it himself. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie! When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
So Auburn's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today, protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence. You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
And just a short, safe pass play to pick up a few. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Reed. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab right down the middle. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Under fire. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. And the Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll do it himself. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Finds his big tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Aggies, once back up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. Pushes ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Calls his own number. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week. This game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by just 2 over South Alabama. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Takes the handoff. It's Cobb. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Picked up 2 yards. That last one, they need 8 on second down. They'll try the run. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. they're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David. And looking to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Got to know when to give up the play. You could tell he was out of whack, out of sorts. He's had some success rushing the football today, but nowhere to go. But at the end of the play, give it up. Don't sit there and take those extra hits. Those aren't necessary. Slide on the ground. You're not getting any positive yards anyway. Save those physical hits for those 3rd down and shorts, 4th down and shorts, red zone opportunities.
And the Aggies are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. To the air, it's Reed. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. They bring the punter onto the field now.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd down, going up top. And down he goes back at the 3. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. He's loose. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They'll throw it from the red zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Power football with the run. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Reed. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gives it on the option. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Auburn lines up quickly. Back to pass on second down. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Off the play fake on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Scanning the field, it's Reed. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Aggies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened? And what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They've got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on first and 10. Can't get him to the ground. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, the power run here. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They want to run this quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward.
Touchdown, Texas A&M, and they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Simmons. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Auburn!
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Western Michigan is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over the Judicials. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had some success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nice job to get it past the sticks and then getting down at the 35.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
That's reeled in. It's buses. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And now on second down for this offense. Got the first down, looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Catch in the middle, it's Concepcion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count,
He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Aggie! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Grabbed in the middle, it's Coleman. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Howard.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Coleman. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Auburn going to work with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Simmons. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Rides to back and leaves it. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a gap, it's Alston. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. To the ground with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And he added the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Craver. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. It'll be third and long. He wants to change this route. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Craver. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Here's the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Alston. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Give as they work on that clock. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Good timing on the quick out. There he goes. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Daniels. Finds his target down the middle.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Leaves it with the back. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all he needed was inches on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. Lofts one high and deep. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On the run, it's Moss. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. The give to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.